Afternoon, it's Brentley from Huckabones Equipment. Today we're going to talk about the RC72 deck that would go on your LX 2610, LX 3310, or the previous models would have been the 2650 and B3350. Stay tuned. Today we got an LX 3310 here with a mid-mower, RC72 mower, 72-inch wide. What you'll notice first thing is you've got caster wheels on the corners. That's actually on all four corners. You can't see the other side, but it is a floating deck, so it's going to ride on the ground to what you pin the height to. You're going to select the different size holes on each wheel to select your cutting height, and you're going to lift the deck up with your 3-point hitch arms, and along with put it down with your 3-point hitch arms. This deck is a shaft-driven deck, so what that means is there's a mid-PTO on this tractor. You do need that. There is an LX 2610 SU that does not have a mid-PTO. This deck will not work on that tractor. What that means is there's a shaft that drives into a gearbox. The gearbox then is driving your main center blade and then to a pulley that has a double V belt. The double V belt is 2 belts wrapped around the outside pulleys to run your other 2 blades. So this is a 3-blade mower deck run by a double V belt and a shaft-driven gearbox. A popular question we get all the time is, how do I take my mower deck on and off, and can I use another implement with my mower deck still on? Yes is the question, or is the answer to using your mower deck with a box scraper on, as we've displayed here. This is in transport height, which there is 2 pins, 1 on each side, right down here in the front. There is a locking block that will stay on your tractor that the pin goes through. This will allow you to use a 3-point hitch implement, lift and lower it, but not lift and lower the deck. The deck will stay stationary as it is right now. So to touch base on the other question is, how does this deck go on and off? It's much easier if you have a loader on, I will be honest. You can put your loader down, get your tires off the ground so that it does slide out and clear the tires a little better. Can you do it without lifting it? Yes. What that would require would be your front harness that goes to the front of the tractor would need to be removed, and it just slides on, so it's not a big job. There's 2 pins in the back, 1 pin in the front to unhook all the linkage, and your PTO shaft. And then you're pulling that deck out from either side on the caster wheels. It's that easy. So I have a B2650, no lack of power with the 26 horse 3-cylinder diesel. That's another question that we get all the time versus the LX 3310 that has a 4-cylinder 33 horse. Either will run the 72-inch deck just fine. The one thing that does lean me towards a 72, of which I have personally, is you have 4 caster wheels on all corners. So this is a floating deck totally. You're going to set your height with your wheels and you're going to let it ride. It's going to follow the contour of your ground. You're going to go through a dip, it's going to go through a dip. You're going to go over a ridge, it's going to go over a ridge. The 60-inch deck that they also offer, yes, you save some money. Yes, it's a little narrow if that's your application, but it's not as nice a cutting deck in my personal opinion because it is a suspended deck. You still do have wheels touching the ground. They're just not a 4-caster system, and they need that for the big wide 72-inch deck. All right, we'll wrap up today's video with just, again, this is an RC72 mid-mount mower deck on your LX or your B50 series from Kubota. You have a 60-inch or 72-inch option. Both are shaft-driven decks, which means a shaft into a gearbox driven with a double V belt around your outside pulleys. Both are 3-blade systems. Both can be suspended up, that you can use a 3-point hitch implement off the back. One of my personal favorites, again, I have an RC72. When you lift that side chute, and again, this is on the 72 I'm looking at, that spring assist does hold it up. I love this for going around trees, going around obstacles that I still want to blow out that way and get tight, that I don't always have to go around the same way. So that's just a personal feature that I like. It does stay up. Of course, for safety's sake, put it back down once you're gone past that, but it does give you that option of mowing on the right side. Hope you liked today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them on the comments below.